We go. All right, guys. As we always do, guys, we're going to talk about the latest in entertainment news and reviews by fans for fans. I said, let's just get right into it, guys. We have some trending topics that we want to talk about, and like we always do, we're going to separate the show into like 3 acts. So first, we're going to do the trending topics. I'm bringing back the what is that? Why is that trending? I'm going to bring back the rundown when we talk about the movie news and everything that's related with movie related topics. I'm losing my voice. And then I'm bringing back the We Got Your Mail portion of the show. So I planned on making this a long one, but because it got started so late, can't do that. So without further ado, let's just get right into it. Let me hit the record button right there. I think I'll just, yeah. So let's start the show, guys. Let's get into it. If you guys want to join into the chat, you want to talk about any of the topics that we're going to talk about, whether it's Lily Phillips or whether it's Megan Fox, whether it's the KRAVEN movie, anything you want to share with us, we're going to run down these topics real fast and just let us know what you guys think. Like I said, and as I always say, let's keep talking. Starting off with the first topic of the night. Let's go into why is that. I hope this stuff is working. Let's see. Let's make sure that there we go. Start off with a new graph. There we go. Why is that trending? So we're going to go into the latest in trending topics for the week. I had a whole lineup of things to talk about, but like I said, since we're running late, I'm pressed for time. I'm losing my voice. I got to go to sleep. So let me double check. How's the volume? Is everything good? Can the people hear me? There we go. All right, good. Just want to make sure. I have a quote here. So I plan on sleeping with 1,000 men in one day in 2025 to set a world record. That's a major quote by the first topic of the. That's not me. That's Lily Phillips, a OF model who is going viral for bedding 100 men in one night, and afterwards, she had some type of a breakdown and was I got very emotional. When I read the article, it was around like the 40th man. But she powered through. She got the job done, knocked it out. What do you think about that?
For this, because I'm just like,
get it in.
I mean, like in one pump onto the next, in one pump onto the next.
I know, right?
Are we saying sleeping with constitutes it has to be X number of minutes at least? I mean, what are the rules of this? I'm thinking about it. This reminds me of that Kevin Smith movie. Insert someplace close, preferably moist, thrust, repeat, and then I guess that counts. But there was a scene when Dante found out that his girlfriend had a whole bunch of 37 lovers before he met Dante. He's like, my girlfriend sucked 37 dicks, and the guy was like, in a row? That was the only thing I thought about, like 100 guys in a row. That just doesn't sound like a good time at all.
Like I said, the article said that she broke down in the middle of it, like before the halfway mark, but she powered through. She was getting very, and then when she was all done,
I struggled with 100, but you know what? Let's do 1,000.
Yeah.
I mean that. Yeah, totally makes sense. Got it.
I mean, you struggle getting to 100, but what kind of prep work do you have to do for the 1,000? And now 1,000, you have to. If I remember correctly, the logistics of getting this 100 approved was a task. So I'm assuming that the 100 will be pre-qualified or re-screened again. They'll be in front of the line, and then you got to go for another 900. And I just don't see how there's like what you were saying earlier.
I mean, I feel like
2 pumps, you're out.
Yeah, I feel like at 1,000, it has to be just in, pump, and go.
Yeah.
It's just a line. All right.
One in, one out. You're good. One in, one out. High five. Yeah, I don't think they'll complain about it. I don't know. What do you guys think about this whole situation with Lily Phillips, the OF model? She says that she's going to try to go for the gusto. I'm gonna break her cervix. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, there's probably somebody out there who's like, that was college for me. Like who knows? Like the people are probably broken. You know what the crazy thing I thought of? It was kind of messed up. I thought about that. I'm like, with back in the day, the Game of Thrones times and stuff like that. Unfortunately, that's something in a tragic way. It's probably happened before, but I mean, but to volunteer, obviously that would have been like involuntarily, but to volunteer for it, I mean, it's gotta be. Yeah, I mean, she would have to. I don't know, man. I think she would be hospitalized afterwards. I don't know. Do something impressive, like 1,000 black dudes. Let's see what happens. Let us know what you guys think. All right, moving on to the rundown portion of the show. The rundown. Remember, guys, when we used to do the rundown, we would run down real quick the latest movie topics. Bringing it back, the rundown. I'm gonna bring that back, like in micro videos on social media and stuff like that. And then, but it's an official segment here on the show. So on the rundown, like I said, we got some movie related topics that we're gonna go through, starting with. Is it Austin Butler? I always call them JARAD Butler, but it's Austin Butler has been approached, or I think he's being cast. There's going to be an American Psycho remake. That's one of my favorite movies of all time. That's the movie that introduced me to Christian Bale. I love American Psycho. I just don't know how I feel about Austin Butler, probably because of how I feel about Elvis. I don't know. But maybe I know he's an awesome actor. He crushed it, but I mean, it's just my personal feelings. I don't know, but he wouldn't have been my first pick for American Psycho. But what do you think about that? Did you ever watch the old Christian Bale American Psycho movie with? I
think, yeah. I mean, it's been a long time.
What do you think? What do you think about this Austin Butler playing Patrick Bateman? You think he can pull it off? You think he?
I don't think I've seen Austin Butler do enough.
Besides Elvis?
I mean, I've seen him back in the day when my kids were young on Hannah Montana. So
yeah. Oh well, there you go. That's all you need to say. Hannah Montana alumni playing Patrick Bateman. I don't know. I just don't see it. I thought of that. I brought up the guy from Twister. What's his name?
Now that I was like, yeah, I
could see him playing that role. But then somebody was like, no, he's not a better actor than Austin Butler. But I was like, okay. I mean, I'll give you that because we haven't seen enough of him. And the little that we've seen with Austin Butler, he's already getting awards and, he crushed it, especially with Elvis.
I think just because the guy that you're talking about, whose name I can't think of right now, after seeing him in that Netflix.
With what's her name? With Sydney Sweeney? That Netflix movie?
No, not that one. The one where he was working with the cops and was helping them, shake down people who were trying to hire people to do
Glenn Powell
doing murders.
Yeah,
and so he was playing like goofy, foreign.
Oh yeah. Where he was the
every
the
character
hitman.
under the
hitman.
sun.
Yeah.
That I feel confident can. Because I've already seen him do so many different characters and then just jump into it
Yeah. No, he did a great job with Hitman. I thought that was a funny role, but I mean it's far from what you would need from Patrick Bateman. But I don't know. I just haven't
seen Austin Butler doing many things to be able to go, oh yeah, he can totally do that. Well, I mean he totally maybe can do it. I just saying the body of work that he's done so far, I haven't seen that to be like, oh, totally yes.
I'm 100% convinced that he is probably the better actor. I maybe not on a level of a Bale, but he doesn't have to be better than Bale or just as good as Bale. He just has to fit the role. Can he tap into? I mean, he tapped into the mind of Elvis. So let's see. I'm willing to. I'm just excited to see another American Psycho. So we have a new American Psycho, and it might be Austin Butler. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Are you for it? Are you against it? Do you think it's a good fit? Do you think it? Nah.
It's supposed to be just a total redo. I believe so. Supposed to be like
maybe a modern
someone else is being an American Psycho, so it's going to be a little different.
There have been other movies and by the same creator of that movie. What's his name? Dawson. The guy who plays Dawson? Dawson's Creek. What's his face? Mm-hmm. He was in a movie where he was technically Christian Bale's little brother. It was the same universe, completely different type of movie though. And there's a cinematic universe, but no, I think this is a remake. I think this is I'm like, are we really out of material that we just need to remake everything? Of course. There's ton of again, people keep saying that like there's no new material. This is not a movie that's revered to me, so I don't care that you're remaking it. It's just really we need to remake every single thing. No, we just can't come up with anything different. That scene where Patrick was thought he had the better business card, and when they showed Jared Leto's character spit, I think it was his character's business card, and he was mad. I can't believe he prefers his card above mine. Look at that! Look at that! That finish of the lettering. Oh my god! And that coloring. It was like the coloring was bone. It was just a stupid, subtle, intense moment. That was, he was going to go kill somebody in the bathroom. He put his gloves on and went to choke him to death. And the guy thought he was hitting on him. He started kissing him on the hand. And he was so disgusted. He started washing his gloves in the sink. He's like, where are you going? I got to go return some videotapes. I'm like, I love that movie. I quote it all the time. I love American Psycho. If Butler can capture that awkwardness of it and that intense, he can do the intense. I believe in him on the intensity. But he's got to bring the funny. But we'll see. I don't know. That's why I thought Powell would have been a better fit, because we've seen him do so many multiple faces, like you said in The Hitman, and that is good. You know what? You're right. That does link better to Patrick Bateman's character, because he had multiple personalities, he presented himself in multiple ways, but at the same time, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I'm just biased because I love that's one of my favorite movies of all time. But let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Austin Butler would be a better fit for the remake of the new American Psycho that was made famous by Christian Bale, that launched his career? That was Reese Witherspoon was also in that movie, by the way. Let me know what you guys think, and tell me who else would you want to cast in that movie? Who would play? They should just bring Jared Leto back to play the same character that he played, because he doesn't age. Let's see what you guys think about that, and let's keep talking, guys. All right, moving on to the next topic on the rundown. So Kraven, the Hunter, man. It's another. So Sony hasn't been doing that hot lately. With their Spider-Verse movies. Now the Venom movies crushed it. The Into the Spider-Verse cartoons mega crushed it. But everything else, Morbius, which I didn't see, Madam Web, which we saw and we wish we did not see. That movie was so bad. And now they're spinning the wheel again with Kraven the Hunter, another very unknown character. I think the reason why Venom did so well is because we've seen Venom on on movies before with Sam Raimi's, and he's one of the most popular ones. I mean, you even if you don't really know comic books, you kind of do know Venom because of Tobey Maguire, thanks to that. So it's not surprising to me that everything else that's outside of Spider-Man, that's outside of Venom, that's never been on screen before, has been failing. Into the Spider-Verse is succeeding because it was done right, and there's a Spider-Man in there, so it means a bunch of them in there, right? But everything else is flopping. Madam Web is a disaster, and Morbius was a disaster, and they're saying that Kraven can do worse than Madam Web. I mean, I was actually thinking about buying us tickets to go see it yesterday. What do you think? Do you have any interest in that? What do you think overall? Do you think they should end it? Or there's rumors that it is ending, by the way, the Sony Spider-Man universe. What do you think about going to see Kraven? Is there any thoughts on it? Are you curious? I mean, the trailers we saw a long time ago, it seemed, I guess, intriguing. I like him as an actor. Aaron Taylor Johnson, yeah. But
now
the victim known as Aaron Taylor Johnson. That's an inside joke, but it's never mind.
Now I'm like, no,
Sony's
maybe not.
Sony is just, I mean, ever since Morbius, it's just been one bad. And I was really kind of curious about Madam Web. I did not see Morbius. Now I'm mad that I saw Madam Web, and I will not go see. I'm thinking maybe I'll do a double feature now. I'll wait till KRAVEN comes out on streaming, and I'll do a first time watching of Morbius. I'll do a first time watching of KRAVEN, and I'll turn it into a drinking game. But I'm curious though, KRAVEN the Hunter. Let me look up the Rotten Tomato score, see where it's at right now. KRAVEN the Hunter is sitting at a whopping, ticked up 15% out of 100 reviews. It's at a 71% though for the people. So it's just like a big divide. The critics, I mean, the critics are saying that it's worse than.
I think sometimes, and I've said this before, some of it has to do with what did we make? Because like with Suicide Squad, I wasn't familiar with really a lot of those characters that were in that.
Yeah.
I liked the movie. Whereas most people were like, that's the most awful thing I've ever seen in my life. It was trash. You didn't do the comic justice. And I'm like, well, I don't know the comic. It just was a decent movie.
Yeah.
Madam Web.
You really had to kind of know
like
what
my
the hell
daughter and them who have never seen any of this.
She Natalie
enjoyed. Jasmine saw it on streaming and was like, oh, "That was pretty good. That's pretty decent." But she has no knowledge of any of this comic stuff, so to her it was just a movie, and she was like, "It was all right."
That's why I never will trust any of their recommendations.
So when you say the audience. Well,
she's part of that 71%. There you go.
So these may be people going to see it that don't have a clue about
what
comic
good taste
stuff,
is,
and so they're watching it going, "That's kind of cool."
I like what Tony.
Versus all the critics who maybe have knowledge and are going, "God, you just ruined it. Like it was awful.
That was terrible."
So
I'm pretty sure it's horrible. Tony Robinson in the chat says I'm pretty funny that Madam Web felt like a prequel to Final Destination. It did. I mean, it was
seeing it
exactly. It was so bad the way, but it felt like a poor man's wannabe Final Destination meets Quantum Leap meets I don't know what the hell they were trying to do with it meets what was that Tom Cruise movie with the future crimes and stuff. Minority Report. Like what the hell were they trying to do with that? It was like that, just like the Amazing Spider-Man 2 with Andrew Garfield. It was like, who's the audience? I mean, they kept jumping around with the silliness and the seriousness.
With some of these movies, they're having a hard time finding the right balance.
That movie needed to find the right writers.
No, I mean just in general with a lot of these movies.
Yeah,
they're.
The Sony?
Because it's like, okay, we want to draw in more than just comic. We want to draw in a lot of people.
Yeah.
So we want to market it as well to people who don't have a clue about these things.
Yeah.
And we don't want them to have to go look it up. We just want them to be able to come in and enjoy it. But then they don't find the balance so that the people who are really geeked out about this aren't upset because, well, you didn't do any justice to all of these, storylines that we came to see, or the other way around. It's it's so much on the geek side, the people who are really into this, that anybody else who walks in goes, I have no idea what was going on.
Yeah.
I'm lost. So they're not able to find the proper balance so that everybody who comes in goes, wow, that was a good time.
Either you're like you said, like with our daughters that went to see the movie, either like you zoned out, like I don't know anything about, but I enjoyed what the great garbage that they displayed on the screen, but because I didn't know anybody from anybody. But if you come in there with those standards, like that's Peter Parker's mom, that's some bullshit. They didn't even say Peter's name. like you're gonna. I judged it. I was like, come, what the? I was so mad. Like it was. Because I had so many high hopes on where they were going to go with it, with being a young, Peter's parents and all that, with what's her name, Julia Roberts.
Right. Everybody who knows that history wanted something to see. From it.
Yeah.
But people who don't have any knowledge of that, they didn't miss anything because they didn't know what they were looking for. They just like, okay.
So the Spider-Man purists were like, they had, like you said, they had something they wanted to see, but then they realized later that the writers didn't know what the hell they were doing. So they got nothing. They got betrayed. But I don't know. They say that it's back and forth whether or not they're saying that whether or not this is the end of the Sony Spider-Man universe stuff. I looked at that article. I think they're just taking some time off from it. They haven't really lost, thanks to Venom and thanks to Into the Spider-Verse. They're not at a loss, but I think that they're going to take some time. They're looking at their properties that are going to like Amazon. They're like the Nick Cage Spider Noir. There's a series coming on Amazon. They're doing other things here and there. So I think they're going to take some time off, focus on Spider-Man 4 with Tom Holland, and then probably fix whatever the hell they broke out there. I mean, I don't know. Well, we'll see what do you guys think? What do you guys want? Do you want more of these spin-offs? Do you want these characters to come back, or let's just use these? Should we even use these characters in the upcoming Tom Holland Spider-Man 4? Because it seems like they're so desperate to do what everybody knows as the Sinister Six. They tried it once, it failed with Andrew Garfield. It feels like they were trying it now. I don't know if it's ever going to happen. Maybe in Secret Wars. Maybe Marvel will be able to do it, and because Sony doesn't seem like they have a clue. But let us know what you guys think. Let's keep talking and chat and move on to the next thing that I heard that's popping up. Maybe pull it up right here. The news is that Disney is doing a live adaptation of Tangled, and I'm excited for that. I heard that Pugh, what's her name? The Black Widow, the new Black Widow. What's her name? I know it's Pugh. Something. Florence Pugh is rumored to be cast as the main character with that. So that'll be funny. I could see that. My thoughts on it. Back in the day, people were like, if they were going to do a live action Tangled, well, you got Zachary Levi. Then all of a sudden, Zachary Levi started falling off a little bit with his popularity. Then he's got a new resurgence of his popularity on a conservative side of it because he came out as a Trump supporter. So my theory is now this: how much you want to bet all those Disney hating everything is woke? I hate Disney. I'm never watching Disney again. They're going to all come out of the woodwork. They'll be like, Zachary Levi needs to come back. Not because they didn't give a damn about Zachary Levi when they didn't know his political views. Now that they know that he's a Trump supporter, they're all going to come out of the woodworks and be like, he better play his character in this live action adaptation of it. What do you feel about? Do you think I'm right about that? You think maybe they have been out there doing that? Maybe I just haven't seen it, but I'm surprised that
I don't know. That's been a long time ago.
Yeah,
and we have so many new actors on the scene that could do all this. That I don't.
The smolder.
Yeah, I mean,
but hey, let it have been 5 years ago, whatever, or in the middle of the or if the Shazam movies didn't flop. I mean, he did that Purple Crayon movie. This stuff has been flopping lately. Maybe if things would have been a little bit different with the success of his career, he probably would have been the only choice for it. It's not that he's not that old. But it's just that the reports that he is not the greatest person to know and to work with has been coming out more and more and more and more. But they don't care. They won't care because this will be the one thing that'll fix woke Disney. Is all we're gonna hear. So like I said, I'm just surprised that that's not what we've been seeing all over the place. I don't know. I'm just curious where that's going to lead. I'm gonna keep my eye on it because as weird as I've been hearing that Zachary has been getting lately, I'm surprised that he hasn't dove deep into his fan base, his newfound fan base. And they're all like I said, they're all the Disney haters. I'm never gonna watch Disney again, but I bet you they're gonna be like, oh, I'll be there first, front of the line, first day. They need to bring Zachary. They didn't give a damn. Like I said, they didn't care about Zachary Levi when he was first playing Shazam, when they didn't know his political views. Now that he's now all of a sudden he's the best. Now he's going to be watch. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. People, I've been watching all over the news lately about a bunch of other people who did some really messed up stuff. And now lately everybody's like everybody's getting a second chance. Like some people just don't deserve. I'm not saying Zachary Levi is one of these people that don't deserve a chance, but it's just weird what's been going on lately with people who deservedly have been kicked out of society. It looks like. And it's funny how certain people be like, all Hollywood is dirty and elitist and they're all criminals and this and that and the other. But once you find out that they share your political views, then all of a sudden it's like, he's the best actor in the world. He's the best guy in the world. What about all the murders? What murders? Then all of a sudden it's like that meme. But anyway, let me know what you guys think. Will they protest and riot for Zach? Will they go all out and this is the thing that'll fix woke Disney or something like that? Watch. I just feel like it's going to happen, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they're going to say about that. Let us know what you guys think, and let's keep talking on that subject later on. Up on the rundown. So Megan Fox,
Mm-hmm.
right? Got a new movie out. I'm only halfway through with it. We're gonna have a little debate about the premise of this movie. Is it Subservience? Subservient on Netflix, but has also had a little bit of drama over the Thanksgiving holiday. It turns out that she caught Machine Gun Kelly texting another woman, and she went through his phone and during Thanksgiving. But her ex from what's his name from 90210? What's that dude's name?
Brian Austin Green.
Yeah, he wrong graphic. Brian Austin Green.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, somebody from TMZ looked him up or found him like in the parking lot, was like got his thoughts on it and stuff like that. And he was like, he seemed like he was like the way he reacted was like I should have got the clip, but he was like, oh man. How, and he was like, how old is Machine Gun Kelly at? He's like, he's 30 something. Like, man, it's like pretty much calling him immature. We got to get over this need to, mess around and stuff. You got a baby on the way. Like he said, he feels sorry for her because he knows she was excited to be a mom and this and that and the other. So it's like, I'm like, what are we doing here? You're asking her ex of like, you're going through a scandal. You're going through some emotional stuff with your boyfriend now. So now you're forced to hear what your ex-boyfriend thinks about it. Like, what do you think about that?
Why? What was the purpose of even doing that? That's
drama.
Just weird to me.
I think they want to see him fight.
Call up all of her exes and just ask them, what do you think about this?
Yeah. Now that you're trying to move on after she dumped your ass and now she's pregnant with his baby.
Yes. I'm sorry.
I'm sure he's probably feeling good about it. So, because wait, do they have children together? Or this is her first child. I don't think she has any other kids. I don't think she has kids. So I think that was the reason why they were making such a big deal about the fact that he got caught cheating, is because maybe this is her first child. And I saw a clip on TikTok. A radio station was all like,
she has 3 kids.
Oh, she does?
Brian Austin Green.
But they have. Oh, that's why he said. I know she was excited about being a mom with him and getting the family together.
Her oldest is 12.
Okay.
And she has one that's 10 and one at 8.
Okay. So now it makes more sense what he was talking about family get-togethers and stuff like that, and whatnot. So like I guess he feel like damn, they're off to a bad start with him acting like that. He's like, I know. You can probably throw a little dig in there. I ain't never did that to you when we were together, babe. Yeah, but hey, you wanted to get with the wannabe rapper. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I think he's just like, hey, I'm just gonna be over here living my best life. And
they were together for 11 years,
a long time. But I forgot why they broke up. But I mean, hey, Sometimes ex-boyfriends, we love to sit back and take the high road because we know it's going to piss the other guy off even more. Brian Austin Green, what's his name? Brian Austin Green. Him saying what he said is definitely gonna piss off Machine Gun, because he's like, hey, he basically said, you ain't never had that kind of problem with me, and maybe they did, but he's like, you don't see anything like that happening with me and my new girl, like stuff like. But
I mean, and it was there's a big age gap between her and Brian Austin Green.
That's fine.
And when they got together, like she was early 20s, and he was.
Yeah, I know it was bad. That was bad, but I mean, but now he's 50. Yeah, now he's 51, and like, see how mature I am.
That's what I'm like. I mean,
I ain't got that. I got a bad hip. I ain't running around like that.
Everyone learns, but obviously he's trying to be like together.
Tony says Machine Gun Kelly's next album is going to be called Megan, and he'll have the picture of the robot from the movie, that Megan. Ain't it funny that I feel like this Subservience movie is like a total ripoff of Megan? It's like a pornographic version of Megan with a woman named Megan. That's funny. I wonder. I get vibes from, what was that other movie from Megan Fox that I loved? Where she was a demon. Jennifer's Body. I got some Jennifer Body's vibe out of this. So I don't know. I'm totally watching this movie for the plot.
Robot movies. Hate robot.
Oh yeah, that's right. You hate robot movies. We got into this whole debate about these robot. I said they're just inanimate sex dolls with ChatGPT inside of them. It's not really cheating. You would consider that? You consider that cheating? It's probably emotionally cheating, maybe. But can you emotionally? I guess if you have intense feelings about your toaster, I guess it can be cheating too, right? What if you have no feelings at all? So
I think what a lot of people problem would be is the fact that
if you're able to shape your toaster up to look like Megan Fox, then it's cheating.
Needing to replace me, it's one thing if
he wasn't replacing his wife. His wife was right there.
No, like
she just couldn't perform. He had needs. It's like she's literally a fleshlight mixed with chat GPT. You don't agree? I'm downplaying it.
And he also didn't come after her.
Huh?
The freaking doll was all like, "No, we're doing this."
But technically, so that's exactly what cell phones are. I mean, what social media is programmed to do. That's the one. Like your bicycle doesn't go. When you finish riding your bike and you put it down, it doesn't notify you when you're not messing. Your cell phone does it all the time. Your cell phone's constantly notifying you, trying to get you to get back on the cell phone. So I mean, it's just the next episode. It's like I said, it's like she's social media, Chat GPT, and a fleshlight mixed together to be subservience. I just don't think. I mean, it doesn't. It's a robot. It doesn't have a soul. It's not cheating. I'm just saying. You're not buying it. I don't know. I mean, semantics. It's just I don't see it as cheating. I don't know. Guys, let me know what you guys think. Is it cheating? Is it cheating? It's literally a doll. That's all it is. It's a doll that can cook and drive your kids to school. It's a convenient fleshlight that cares. And can watch movies with you. Like the mother feels like the wife in that movie so far. And she was a child actor from what was those other movies that we saw?
Another movie that this copies, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle.
Yes, we talked about how this Subservient is like this girl. Me and my wife feel like Subservient is in the future, in the same universe of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. This little girl almost got her mom taken out by a psycho woman, and now she grows up, and now she's about to lose her husband to a damn robot. That's full circle right there. So yeah, in our headcanon, this Subservience movie is in the same universe as The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. This woman cannot take a break. It would be awesome if her mom was in this movie and played her mom in this one as well. Now remember what I did, baby. We don't let those bitches try to take.
This mom has a health issue.
Yeah,
you have to let me know if they.
The mom had a health issue too, and Hand That Rocks the Cradle. She had asthma,
and the real, obviously these were real people. babysitter purposefully
wasted her asthma, her asthma
and then
pump.
triggered her asthma in hopes that she would die because she didn't have her meds.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you have to let me know
it's the same premise.
If this is going to play out later.
Yeah,
she tries to offer with her.
Well, there was a scene. I'm sorry for guys if you haven't seen Subservient yet, go check it out. But there is a scene similar like that where I think because the mom has health issues with her heart, and she sets up a scenario where she would overexert herself a little bit. So it was almost the same thing. Almost exactly the same thing. Now we're going to have to do some mix it look like some plot for plot of The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, Subservience. There's too much. What is that actress's name again? The one that plays the mother in Subservient, that played the daughter in The Hand That Rocks the Cradle. Because I just look up Subservient or The Hand That Rocks the Cradle cast. But yeah, man, in my head, she's the same character. She cannot get
Madeline Zima.
Madeline Zima is playing the exact same character from The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, all grown up, and now she has to find she
was the little child.
The little child. I mean, she's all grown up, and now she has to find the same strength that her mom found to take care of your husband and your home and beat that bitch that's trying to take your man. I don't get whether she's a robot or a crazy blonde or whatever, with beautiful eyes. I remember her, mesmerizing. And Megan Fox's eyes are pretty much the same color.
And of course, the Hand That Rocks the Cradle, the babysitters, got to take all the threats out. She does kill the sister-in-law
by the cradle,
setting up the greenhouse to crash. And
there was it's a similar best friend guy. Yeah, it's a similar.
She doesn't kill, but she tries to eliminate the handyman.
Yeah.
By framing him for being like a pedophile.
A pedo, yeah. So it was Subservient is the hand that rocks the cradle. That's the robot hand that rocks the cradle. That's funny. That's crazy. That's the same universe. It is. I don't know. Let us know what you guys think. Tony says he's getting burnt out on all these AI movies. Wait until Chucky versus Megan. It'll bring you back. I can't wait for that. When Chucky versus Megan comes out, it's going down. I think they're working on Megan too, and they'll probably tease Chucky at the end. But on social media, Chucky and Megan have been beefing, so we'll see where that goes. Let us know what you guys think. Are you burnt out with all these movies? Do you like me and my wife's theory that Subservient and The Hand That Rocks the Cradle are in the same universe? It's pretty much plot for plot the same thing, just a robot. I think The Hand That Rocks the Cradle had that was cheating. Now that was
well, they didn't actually do it. Yeah, she was trying hard.
She gonna get it. She was gonna get it.
And she was breastfeeding that woman's kid.
Oh man. Yeah. You're right. Yeah. Megan Fox's robot can't do that. She gonna try though. She did. She's very handy. I'll say that. No more spoilers. But there was a scene. It's not cheating. All right, moving on let's get out of this for real quick for the We Got Your. I wanted the We Got Your Mail portion of it. I don't have a graphic for it to be. I was gonna make this a whole day. I wanted this show to start way sooner than this because I was gonna try to finish off the whole day or the whole night reading all those comments. So recently I did a video on this channel where I discussed the fake ass outrage from channels like Geeks and Gamers, Nerdotics, or whatever they're called, Ryan RK, whatever the hell his name is. Their outrage for the possible casting of a black man to play Snape on the Harry Potter upcoming Harry Potter TV series based on the books, based on whatever. And to be honest, the most important casting is the kids. Every other character is not as important. Maybe Dumbledore. Maybe there's an argument for Dumbledore. But the most important casting are the three kids. That's it. Everybody else might as well be a non-playable character. I mean, they're background really. They're just moving the plot further. But now that there's a black guy up for contending, and now it's just like Zachary. It's the most important thing in the world. That's the most important character now. It's like, what? No, you only care because it might be a black guy. So on the comment section, whenever our comments goes like crazy on a certain topic, I run back and I check it out. So for We Got Your Mail, I'll go down the line of a few of the ones that made me laugh for the most, and I got a little chuckle out of it. I won't have time tonight to go through all of them the way I wanted to, but let me see if I can pull up the ones that had me rolling. It was like over almost 200 comments as of the day that I went through all the comments, and I don't know. I'm an 80s baby. I'm I'm 44 years old. I don't take any of this stuff seriously. Anything that you can say about me online, I'm like, ooh, like that will not trigger me. It does not do that. I grew up in public school here in Houston, Texas, where every day it was a fight for survival of another round of Yo Mama jokes. You know, you had to have tough skin. So the crap that people be coming up with on comment sections, when you're a keyboard warrior hiding in the safety of your home, in that air conditioned home where you feel like you think you bad, you know all that. No, none of that phases me, and it's funny to me. So let me pull up some of these comments and see what a couple of you guys had to say. It was kind of funny. Let's see. It looks like I have none because I responded. They separate the ones you responded to from the ones you haven't responded to. I responded to them all. I got them all. And I just dug into some of these people. Let's see if I can pull some of these out. I won't go through them all. Won't bore you with all of it, but let's see if I can. Oh, let's go to full screen real quick. There we go. We got both of us on screen. There you go. Let's see. Let's see what somebody here said. Let me see if I can move this around. There we go. So I can see it better. From Lisa 8487. If the skin color of the race of the character doesn't matter like you claim, why changing it then in the first place? What kind of stupid argument is that? There are dozens of black characters in Harry Potter. There are dozens of black characters in Harry Potter. Where?
I mean,
there were three.
First of all, I didn't read the book, so maybe it describes some in the book. Mm-hmm. But the movie was not filled with dozens of black people. So whatever. They were maybe you saw them in a background 80 miles away. I think I see one way back there. Yeah, there's a whole line. They're there. Yeah, there was a bunch of child actors. Yeah, in the background. I think there was one sweeping. I think there was a cook. Yeah, there was probably. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, this dude. Yeah, no, yeah. You know they weren't talking. How about giving these characters more depth and screen time? Because you wouldn't care. You would literally call that forced. You would. That's exactly what you would say. Than just race swapping and a white character. And I just responded with the Too Fast Too Furious Tyrese's because we hungry. I'm like yeah. He said, are you happy to just getting leftovers all the time? I'm like yes. Because we hungry. So I mean it just kept going on. Here's Emerald Eye. Snape is described repeatedly in the book as having sallow skin, i.e. so pale he looks sickly, or skin that was marble white, the color of sour milk, etc. You can't claim a show/movie is going to be book accurate and then immediately race swap prominent characters. These are several characters in the book who are black. Dozens to several now. There is zero need to tokenize a white character. I said zero need to tokenize anyone, yet happens all the time. My thing with that was so many books have been turned into TV shows and movies. Yeah. Over, I don't know, 50, I don't know how many years. I don't have them listed out, but a ton have. Mm-hmm. Since when has any TV show or movie followed a book 100%. To the T? Yeah. To the T, exactly. Never. Yeah, everybody takes always taking liberties and just saying, you know what, we don't like this part, we're cutting it out. Or you know what, I think it would make more sense if we went this direction all of the freaking time. That's why people will say, well, I like the book better, or whatever. I mean, come on now. You know that they do this all the time and change total storylines.
Even people who love the original version of it, or a director or a writer, will find something to go, I think this time I'm gonna make this guy, instead of going to the door on the left, I'm gonna go in the door on the right, or something. They do it all the time.
Just as a few examples, because they just were what popped into mind, because they lasted a long time, like The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Those were books, and
they were comic books. Yeah.
People were like, oh well, in the books, the comics, this person didn't die, or this didn't happen. Well, not here.
Then, or
or they didn't even go there, or whatever, and they changed. But they needed to make the seasons drag on, or they introduced this person didn't even exist,
because what works on a TV show might not work on a comic
Last
book.
of Us, the Game of Thrones. They changed things altogether. Like they just X this whole section out because we went a whole different direction.
Yeah. You know, or
they changed it. Like that was in book 2, and they put it all the way over here, and this happened in the very end, and they already put it in there.
Yeah.
Well, because they were making it play to what they needed it to be. It doesn't have to.
Yeah, like you said, Last of Us. Yeah, they're gonna drag that out. Where everybody's already heard what's gonna happen, or what happened by the second video game. But HBO doesn't want to do that.
We have to add more seasons.
Game of Thrones didn't have a final book, and they figured they just did it themselves. That's what's gonna happen. But these are the same people. These are the same people who do not have a problem with because like with Johnny Depp, when he went through his whole thing with Amber Heard and stuff and became so beloved for people who make these types of talking points. Y'all aren't going to say this just as recently as the Lone Ranger. You don't care that Johnny Depp wasn't Native American. You didn't care. And when Native Americans brought it up and said that it was offensive, you probably was like these, and everybody in these comment section talking about this, y'all probably the main one saying you're being too sensitive. Get over it. It's just a movie. Johnny Depp is very, justifying why switching. There is way more throughout the history of Hollywood. There's literally blackface that's in the history of Hollywood. Way more history of people of color characters being either blocked or purposely removed or played by a white person than there is switching from white to black. There is way more history. We're talking over 100 years of all that shit happening. So people like this in this comic section, they're like, well, it didn't happen in my lifetime, so it doesn't exist. It didn't happen within the last 4 years, so it never happened. It's fake news. They always have the same stupid ass argument. Oh, I never saw it in my bubble. None of my friends are like that, so the world isn't like that. That's not how it works, man. It doesn't work that way.
I mean, it's like with a lot of the older story, like comics or books or whatever. It was a time period where we're not going to have any actor of color, whatever.
That was a real agenda. Those were real agendas. Going to
be white, and they'll just play whoever. Because that's
Breakfast at Tiffany's, the Asian dude with the buck teeth.
But it's like we don't live in that time anymore, and now people of color are here and acting. So
I'm getting more roles.
Why do we have to follow the rule of, well, it was played by a white person back? Who the hell cares?
Yeah.
Again, if Harry Potter is not a work of, it is fiction. It's not a historical piece where we need to be like, well, that's not following history. It's a made up story. It can be anybody. I don't care that the writer wrote he was white.
That Snow had pale skin, looked sickly. I don't care.
Still, if it's fiction, it's not
Go
real.
watch the movie again.
So we can change that to whatever we want.
If it's not a big deal and no one cares, then why is it important enough to change in the first place? I don't know. Ask the person who wrote Aloha and cast Emma Stone to play a Hawaiian girl.
Isn't it possible? I mean, like when someone is writing or like coming up with a movie idea, they just have somebody in their mind,
based on their life experiences, based on who they grew up with.
XYZ is I have saw this person do something, and I want him in my movie, or I want this person in my movie because I just wow. And then so when they come up with a movie, like their skills would be set for that. Why does it have to be that they went, you know what, we've got to pick at least 2 black people to be in this movie.
Yeah.
Who are we going to put?
Which is what they're acting like they're
assuming is that they happen. They went, got to get at least a couple in here.
That's what they're acting like it's happening with the whole DEI. I'm gonna tell you right now. Every time I saw the DEI argument or the typical what if Black Panther was played by, I called them out even more. That was the most laziest, boring ass comment that I kept getting, and that I really called those people out. Oh, I give more credit for like butt nuggets like this guy. What's his name? Giggle Hurts. He just says insular. You know, I'll give you credit for creativity. At least you're not as dumb as those other guys that kept saying the same crap. What if Tom Cruise played Ryan Gosling played Black Panther? I'm like, you just copied and pasted that same stupid ass argument from 2012. Like I mean, come up with something original. Like it's always the same. I mean, like I said, what about when Johnny Depp played a Native American? What about you want something more recent? These people are always acting like this doesn't happen today. You want something more recent? There's a TV show that's on Amazon right now. Aaron Cross, what's his name? That's a black action star. Tyler Perry made an Aaron Cross movie once. He played like a black action hero, a detective or something like that. A dramatic role. It's been brought back. It's a TV series now. It's on Amazon, being played by another black actor. It's on Variety right now. I could pull it up if you want to. If you want the receipts, I'll pull it up. I don't have time. I don't feel like it. Go look it up yourself. It's right there. Google Aaron Cross, white actor, white casting. Look it up. Watch what comes up. I think it's Variety, and this is this year, where the producers wanted for this Amazon series wanted Aaron Cross. Is it Aaron Cross or Alex Cross? I think it's Alex Cross. Alex Cross wanted Alex Cross to be played by a white man. That was one of his stipulations, and he was like, "No, I'm not doing that." He's like, "All right, well, no, then we're not going to produce it." All right, well, okay, well then fine. I'm walking. He walked. He's like, "No," and he finally got greenlit with Amazon. So it's still happening today. So everybody in this comment section that says like it's always y'all always doing it for to the white characters, but it is the 100-year Hollywood tradition. Still happens to this day because you tell yourselves, well, nobody's gonna care. Or it's gonna make more money if you make it an attractive blonde or the white person. These executives are still out there are doing it. But when it's characters that, because you say it all the time, well, like you said, so where are everybody in this comment section? Where's the outrage? Go out there and go to the Alex Cross Twitter account and whoever said that suggested that their character to be white. Say all that same stuff. Why you always race swiping? Why you say exactly? You don't. They always save it for when a black character or actor is playing what was a white cat.
It's certain books or like the Harry Potter world get so weirdly obsessed with these things that it's like becomes their entire life. Mm-hmm. And that's part of the issue here. Yeah. This is my entire being, is the Harry Potter world.
Yeah.
It means everything to me, and they are just obsessed with it. So they lose their minds over everything. And the thing is, they'd be mad regardless.
Yeah. 99% of that movie was white people. So now that it's 97%, I'm pissed.
Even if they had put a white dude in, you were going to still get well, I've seen that person act, and you're going to ruin the whole movie. Yeah. He's crappy, and it's just not going to be the same.
And the live adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon,
obsessed with
the young lady that's playing the love interest, the girl in that cartoon movie. She's half black. It's like, then people are like, that's too much black. It's like that. Those Viking type people, they were all white. They were white, but this is a world. This is not this is not our world with Vikings. This is a world with dragons. A world that doesn't exist. Maybe those Vikings, went to Africa and got some African and had some mixed babies, or maybe they don't care in this because it's a movie
and
with a dragon.
Another arena because if she plays a white character.
And she's white,
too black.
And her hair's too curly.
And if she gets cast for something that was played by somebody very black,
very dark,
that girl's not black. She's white. She's mixed. Oh, she's not black enough.
Well, so the difference is that there's a history of suppressing and not casting darker skin because it wasn't considered attractive, and so there was already too many of a prejudice precedent for that. So yeah, people do get sensitive when colorism happens and stuff. It's like you don't cast enough dark skinned people all the time. The light skinned people to white people are always getting cast all the time. So when we do finally get a dark skinned character, you find a way to try to make it lighter. That's only because there's a history of that colorism. So,
well, I'm just saying,
people are going to get outraged.
People like her is going to find outrage in a lot of things. Yeah, because it's not white enough. She's not black enough. Mm-hmm.
It's just that's just the way it always happens. And
again, we just forget instead of looking at it and saying she's done a lot of great acting, and they picked her because they thought she could really do a great job at this. Mm-hmm. We're just going to go with, oh, that's not the color she looked like in the book.
There's another one, Eckermore or whatever it is. They should hate a black Snape because Snape isn't black. He never was. He is specifically written as pale skin. This isn't rocket science. I'm like, I'm not sure. I'm sure nothing you've ever commented would ever be mistaken for rocket science. I'm telling you, I dug into each and every one of these dudes. I guess. Here we go. Let's see. Hopefully, you're okay with switching standard black characters. I am. Only took 14 comments to get to the typical Tom Cruise should play Martin Luther King trope. Like I said, same old shit.
Oh, and I'm the white savior lady. Cool.
That was the name?
Right. Someone put it above that comment.
Where at? Right.
Standard.
Oh yeah.
And the
well, hopefully you're okay with. Oh yeah. Stupid. Oh yeah. You and the white savior lady sound stupid. Check the books and see how they're described. How they describe Snape. I said
we get
I said
it.
I did.
Read.
I did.
Deal.
But I lied. I was just fucking with this dude in the chat. I said yeah, and I quoted the book. And here's the quote. Skin like coffee bean, hair like the motherland. Then J.K. Rowling realized that she already suppressed her urban tolerance, surpassed her urban tolerance quota, and scrapped it. That was y'all didn't know Snape was originally supposed to be black. That character was black. Yeah, I need you to spread that rumor for me. Yeah. Snape was black. Yeah. Check the original version. Yeah. RK Rowling to tell you. Yeah, she knows. Dude, you need to look at the casting swaps that have been done. Right now, this seems tone deaf. I couldn't understand what he was trying to say. Deaf is in like cool, like 90s slang. I didn't understand what he mean. Like deaf, like fresh to death. I didn't know what he was talking about.
Well, no, he's trying to say. There's, again, like this other person, they're swapping people out all the time.
Yeah,
it's happening everywhere you turn.
They tried to make Alex Cross white for no reason. And again, the reason why there's more outrage when it happens to a traditionally black character is because there's a history of not casting people of color in Hollywood. And now that more opportunities are being, it was just like when... what's her name? When Brie Larson made that comment that made every white person say Brie Larson hates white people. Just where she said that it would make sense that you would bring in or invite what are they called? Outlets of color, like journalists of people of color that are black owned, to cover things like Black Panther and stuff like that. When, you know, get the journalists whose audience is that demographic and bring them in. She didn't say take Deadline's chair, Variety's chair, the Rolling Stones, take all their chairs away, take their tickets and their passes away and give it to Jet Magazine. She didn't say that. She didn't say take out and replace. She didn't say that. She said include and add to. And then after she said her comment, everybody on Geeks and Gamers were like, Brie Larson hates white people. She's what's her name? Mecca Harpy for whatever. Brie Larson. Then she went on her 3, 4, 5 year rant about Brie Larson ever since then. It's only an outrage. But again, these same people, everybody in this comment section, I'll just read 1 or 2 more after this and I'm gonna call it. Y'all will not have this same energy for the guy who tried to make Alex Cross a white character. None of them will. Most of these are bots anyway. You type in Geeks and Gamers into the void and then a bunch of bots come out. And if they're not bots, they're bitches. Let's see, a couple more. Let's do it. How about simply respecting the source material and respecting the fans? Fuck the
that's
fans.
what I'm talking about. They're so obsessed with they make it their entire
They already
identity.
got your money, man. Fuck
They make it their entire identity.
Team Edward or team?
Yes, it's their whole being. I'm a Hufflepuff. I'm, what house are you? Like, okay.
Hey, I'm a Hufflepuff, man. You better watch your mouth. The fans who have financially supported said material. You know how many, that's good. You know how many trans people supported Harry Potter and loved Harry Potter? You think J.K. Rowling gives a fuck about them? She's made it clear. You know, a lot of those people that she insulted were probably fans at a time. They don't care. They don't care about fans. They care about money. And you don't care about the source material. You only care when the source material probably just reflects who you are. You're making it more about you and what you, and this fake agenda that they're erasing everything that's white. That's damn country is what 75% white. It's never going to happen. We're outnumbered.
It's just the outrage over something.
The fake outrage is what I'm talking about.
If it was that important, then J.K. Rowling would have been like, I need to approve every single casting because I want them to all stay what I want, or you can't do that or whatever.
That is a good point that you brought up. J.K. Rowling invented this world. She sold it to Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers can do what the fuck they want to do with it. Period. That's just the bottom line. You can be mad all you want to. Mad all you want to. It's Warner Brothers.
When she sold it to them, I'm sure it had stipulations with it. It wasn't just like, do whatever you want.
No, here's the stipulation. You're going to get a dump truck full of money and shut the fuck up.
Well, no, I mean, a lot of those are like, I'll sell it, but I want to be there every step of the way.
Yeah.
I want to approve everything you do.
Yeah.
Some of them are like, do whatever the hell you want. I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But again, she sold it. So, and whatever the agreement was, clearly that was allowed, or they wouldn't be doing it. So,
like, you got your money, JK. Shut the fuck up. That's what I would tell. I was like, and for the most part, as far as Harry Potter, she does. She don't say nothing much. She don't care. Because every time they're gonna do a new project, when this TV show comes out and all this stuff, that money truck just backs up. She don't give a damn. But that's why she doesn't care about what she's saying to offend people online. She wasn't saying any of this stuff in the early 2000s because she knew better. She wasn't that rich yet. Now that she probably hit $1 billion, she's like, I don't give a fuck about any of y'all. Like, I'll tell you to your face. Like, I don't care how many of my books you bought. Fuck you. She'll tell you. She'll probably tell you. She does not care. She does not care. Like, respect the fans. She probably doesn't respect the fan. Like, try to go to J.K. Rowling's house right now and try to shake her hand. She back away, anonymous peasant. I'm like, come on, man. Like, be for real. All right.
And the thing is, if you don't If it's that big a deal to you, then don't watch it. No one's making you. No one's gonna force you to go see it.
Look at the black guy. You don't want to
see it, then don't.
Oh, that teacher's so black. That pilot's black. The plane's gonna crash. Oh my God. Oh my God. Hope the plane doesn't crash. Last one. Let me see if I can find one. You know what? I'm gonna look for one. I didn't. There was so many of them. Maybe they self-deleted. But let's see if I can find one. Did we talk about Black Panther? Did we say? Man, I can't find that example. Okay, well, it was all over the place. But anyway, all right, one more. Let's stop there. Y'all are more than happy to call out geeks and gamers in the title and in your ranting. But I noticed there's no mention. I remember this one. There's no mention of Eric Julie's thoughts on the character tokenizations and only seeing legitimacy in co-opting classically white characters. Then when I read that, I was like, first thing I said to myself was, who the fuck is Eric Julie? I had to go to Geeks and Gamers, I had to Google him. Oh, their one black friend. I don't care about his Candace Owens ass. I remember seeing him on their little panels and stuff. Like, I don't care. I don't care that Geeks and Gamers has a dude that goes, I know what I said about the Batman movie, only having white characters play the bad guys and only having the people of color playing the good guys. But it's okay. My good friend, Eric Julies agrees. I don't care. He ain't gonna teach me. I'm older than him. That dude's 31 years old from Dallas, Texas. I'm 44. I'm his elder. He ain't gonna teach me nothing, and he ain't gonna tell me nothing either. I don't care that he decided. For all you know, he's a grifter. He's playing the game, and he knows how to get that money from Rage Bait. Or he really believes in that shit, and he definitely can't tell me nothing. He ain't gonna get in my face. I don't care. I don't care that you got your black friend that's gonna agree with you. All black people are blah, blah, dirty, da, da, da. And I know I'm right because my black friend Eric Julie said the same thing. I don't care. He ain't gonna say that to my face. And like I said, with those Geeks and Gamers and those guys like that, with Eric, with RK, all those channels, Star Wars Theories, there's another black one, Tyrone Magnus. You're giving them money to say the exact same thing to you. Or every week on a different movie.
Like the comment underneath, I'm black and I don't want a black Snape. Okay, I'm glad you speak for the entire world.
Yeah, you know, thanks. Yeah. I'm black and I don't give a fuck about you. I'm like, so who cares? That's you. That's all you have to say. Okay, then don't watch it. Go back and read the book and go back and watch the movie.
And I'm not into Harry Potter, so this doesn't even matter to me.
And she's white.
Well, and they don't care about that either because I'm just being a fake white girl over here. So whatever. Yeah. But
woke.
Isn't the whole white savior and whatnot? The whole thing is to be entertained. So if you watch it and you go, this just the show sucks, then it sucks. But if you watch it and you're like, wow, this is pretty interesting.
I don't care how theatrically trained he is.
Does it matter if they created something that entertains everyone, and now you've got even more people that are interested, and maybe will be like, I want to rewatch all the movies. I want to buy. Like maybe you bring new people in. Maybe you bring people who didn't watch any of it because maybe they were older.
Those are fake fans.
Older, younger at the time, and weren't interested. Yeah. So they watch this show and are like, you know what, maybe I'm going to read these books. Maybe I'm going to go watch the movies. Wasn't interested before, but man, this show is pretty cool.
No, Professor Cocoa Puff will never be my Snapes.
You just brought in a whole new people. So I just don't understand the need to be outraged about it.
I probably shouldn't have put that out there. I bet now they're going to call him Professor Cocoa Puff. I bet that's some shit. That shit's gonna. That's just funny. That's probably gonna hashtag. No. Professor Coco Chanel will never be my Snape. No, not hashtag not my Snape. That's what they're gonna say. I don't know. But that's a little bit what I was getting from the comment section. So I had to make a quick "We Got Your Mail" on that. Like I said, whenever we get that much traffic on a video, I have to stop and I have to do a "We Got Your Mail." And let's before I go to finish off the live comments, there was another thing about that video. That video set a record of dislikes. It was 1.9% thumbs up.
We're trash.
What was that? That was not. That's 90. What was that? Is that 98.2, 98.3 downvotes percent? The percent. I've never seen a percentage like that before in any video that I've ever done. 1.9%. Damn. That was only 1.9% of people agree with me. Everybody else said, you're a DEI woke ass YouTube channel. And Eric Julies is right. I know I'm not racist because Eric Julies, I don't give a fuck, man. If I don't care if he popped up in my channel right now, man, he ain't gonna tell. He can't tell me nothing. I would just end the stream. Bye, Eric. Is what I would say. I don't give a fuck about no Eric Julies. Finish off the show. I'm kind of burnt out on all these AI movies. Fetman Play says John Wayne as Genghis Khan. yeah. Kevin Davis, Geeks and Gamers is very negative and toxic all the time. Kevin goes on to say, don't feel sorry for no man or woman who made the choice to lay down with people on camera for money. You can get a regular job. What's her name again?
Mm-hmm.
No, dude. No. 100 people. She laid with 100 and she's going for 1,000. I don't know. Dude, should I look up that application? No? Okay. No, okay. Divorced? I'm sorry. Okay. Let's see. Let me finish it off. And Kevin finishes off the show with Harry Potter reboot TV show will be a success for Warner Brothers. Yes, it will be a success for Warner Brothers. And it will reveal the true snowflakes out there. Like I said, they're not going to go out. These same people that was in the comment section on that video will not join arms and fight against the discrimination of trying to make that Alex Cross character, who started off as a black character, trying to make that character white. They won't do it because it doesn't. Because what did the Joker say? It's not part of the plan. All right, guys, that's the show. I appreciate you guys for joining us again for another hour of talk of us while we talk through the medias. I wanted to thank my lovely wife, the what did they call you? The white savior herself. Yeah. Thank you, babe, for saving me, I guess.
I'll just continue to be woke over here.
Yeah. She about to fall asleep. She's tired in the motherfucker. And if people want to find you online, where can they do so? I forgot to put your lower third together.
TikTok is Viola Fagan, and my Instagram is Scrub Hats and More by Joy.
Yes, you're right, Kevin. People they do not like change. And especially their diapers, I guess, those complainers, those little babies. But you can find me on all the socials at Chris W. Fagan. I think on Twitter now it's just Chris Fagan. I think that's the one I secured, Chris Fagan. But yeah, you can find me mostly there. And you want to support the channel, you can do so by going to streamlabs.com/T3 Media Studio /tips. If you want to donate, send a donate question during the live stream, the chat bot will read out your super chats and your donations. So don't forget. I guess I should have said that at the beginning of the damn show, right? Sorry about that, guys. But you can also always send a super chat or a donation question, and we will read it out on all the live shows. Moving forward, the show will not be done on Thursdays because it's just too much during work. I'm going to be doing the show on Saturdays, not this late, or at least I won't try to start this late, but I'm still making the changes, getting things together, and so look out for that, guys. So continue, guys, to follow us on all the socials, T3 Media Studios, and like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And if you want to check out the podcast version of the show, you can do so by going following us at T3 Media Studios on all those podcasts. We're on Spotify, we're on Audible, all that stuff, Apple, and all that good stuff. So come check us out. That's the show, guys. Appreciate you for joining us for another episode, and until next time, guys, have a good one. Peace. Thank you guys for watching our video. I really do appreciate it. Remember, you can support our show by becoming a member or a patron. So click the subscribe button. Don't forget to ring the bell for notifications so you'll never miss out on when we go live or post new content. Let's stay connected, grow this community together. Like, subscribe, comment, and let's keep talking.